welcome back to Gay by Gay.
Yo.
Wow.
Ah.
We hope you're doing well today.
You're very singy.
I'm singy. It's because I'm sleepy.
It's because I'm sleepy.
It's because I'm sleepy.
Well, talking about singing, this episode we are going to be talking about tramp stamps.
Yeah.
And when you originally brought this topic to the table, you were like, "Oh, you probably don't even know what that is." And I was like, "Excuse me, I know exactly what a tramp stamp is. It's that dumb tattoo on the back of your back that I've considered getting before, but I'm scared of needles, so won't get."
Because you're not on TikTok anymore.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I used to be on TikTok, and then I realized that I was falling into so many different rabbit holes, and I was spending hours accidentally scrolling, and I was like, I need to get out of here before I wither away into a skeleton on my couch. I need to go outside, and I need to run, and I can't run while looking at TikToks, okay?
Well, I'm still on TikTok occasionally, not as much as I used to be, because my For You page is not for me anymore.
Can you reset it? Is that a dumb question?
I don't know. I mean, I might look that up.
Because I feel like you should be able to. Yeah. Like, if you look at enough different new content, I feel like it should kind of reset the whole thing.
I might look that up, because I think I was on my lovely little corner of lesbian TikTok, and then I, watched some videos about, school stuff, and then it, rerouted me back to straight TikTok, and I'm like, oh my god.
You're like, get me out of here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in here.
Now I'm, on Bi Girls realizing that they're actually gay TikTok, and I'm like, oh.
I mean, you're working your way back towards the gay.
I know,
you're
but
working
it
your way.
takes so long.
You're not wrong.
Anyways, so something that's gone viral this little while on TikTok is this band called Tramp Stamps.
It is not talking about the tattoos like I thought it was, I was kind of surprised and disappointed.
It's a band, and I think they were created sometime January.
Oh, and, it's really new then. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it was around for a year or two.
No.
Now, to be fair, when you say Tramp Stamps, I'm thinking girl group?
Yeah, it's a girl group.
I am imagining, a current, more modern version of the Spice Girls who turned into, Fifth Harmony and shit like that. I'm imagining something along the same lines.
They look kind of like this. And I'm going to explain this. So
is that Blossoms, Bubbles, and Buttercup? It's not the right colors.
You know what? You're right. That's what people are like. Okay, we're going to start this from the beginning.
Girls.
We're going to start this from the beginning. So they were formed probably January-ish. I don't know. Don't know my facts very well.
Okay, I too don't know my facts very well. That's why I try not to say a lot.
They released their first song around then. They had a release for another song and an album coming up soon.
Okay.
But they went viral on TikTok for this video of them lip-syncing to their own song called I'd Rather Die.
Me too.
And everyone watched this and was like, oh my god, you guys are the most inorganic punk group we've ever seen in our lives.
I mean, just judging off of the tiny little clip you've shown me.
They don't...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at it, it looks like...
So...
it looks like a bunch of white old man executives. We're just like...
What do punk girls look like? They look like this.
But let's also mix them with, bright neon colors and everything to let them, be friendly enough, even with the name Tramp Stamp, to let people listen to them.
They go... obviously, industry plants. They just they have large amounts of money backing from the industry, stuff like that.
It's the old white men.
Yeah, it's the old white men who said, this is what the kids are going to listen to. We're going to make so much money on this, whatever. And, they're so...
Are they bad?
They're not objectively bad. Some of the lyrics are kind of rapey.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm surprised hearing that from a girl group, honestly.
Yeah.
Isn't everything right now is very much about, boss bitch, woman power. That's a lot of the stuff.
They tried to do that, but it just sounds like it's written by a guy.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I'll read it to you later.
In
our second half or whatever. But I'm going to explain this whole rabbit hole. So people started researching so far into this band, the members and all of that.
Well, I mean, anything that goes viral like that, you're all of a sudden going to have a bunch of people who the fuck?
Yeah.
Where'd you come from?
Yeah. But I don't know how much you know about punk bands. I don't know much about punk bands, but what I do know...
when it comes to punk bands, I would say I'm more of a rock person than a punk person.
But you know that it's genuine. It's usually an aesthetic people carry through a long period of time.
It's absolutely something that they kind of grow up through, and I feel like a lot of rock and punk music comes from, even though it doesn't sound like it, it comes from a very emotional place. Even though they sound very kind of acidic and very, like, they sound like they are barbed wire. And I feel like that's their own defense in some ways because they are more sensitive.
And it's usually something that people are dedicated to. Dedicated to the style, the sound,
and they tend to carry that over very much into their look as well. Where if you, I mean, let's be real here. You look at a poster for a band, you can probably tell what genre they're in.
Definitely, but these girls, people went on their Instagram, scrolled pretty far back. There's like, they look like how I did in high school.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not.
Are we talking like church girl phase?
Yeah, yeah, we are.
Oh, no.
Like this, there was like
that's not very genuine.
One of the band members was not recently, maybe like a year or two ago, was branded as a strictly pop artist. But now she's suddenly thrown into a band.
So it sounds more like we've got a bunch of girls, pretty girls to be fair, who were trying to break into the music industry, went, how can we get in? Weren't getting in through pop like everybody is trying to, and went, hey, let's go through the darker route, shock everybody, and then we're going to be famous. And I hate to say it, it fucking worked.
They're not famous, though. We all hate them. Everyone says,
oh, it's not what I thought.
Fuck these guys.
Oh,
no, it's not. It's so wrong. And they have this...
I, too, don't like it when Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup bust my punk bubble.
It's insulting, especially to the people who are punk and the bands who are punk and have music that comes from a real place. Because they put effort into it and not
The thing is, to me, I'm kind of left sitting here and I'm like, if it offends you, number one, don't listen to it. And number two, listen to stuff that is more genuine. I think by giving negative attention to shit like this, all it does is, let's be real here, every view is more money. Whenever you see an ad somewhere, that's more money in their pocket. So whether they did this, no matter what their end goal is to make money, whether they did it through a place of making good content or a place of making really shitty content that just gets a bunch of clicks, they got their end goal. They got their money.
But it just makes me wonder, how out of touch are the people in this industry that they thought they could bullshit an entire group of people who, like, look at details, you know?
The thing is, I don't think their intention was to bullshit them. I think they went, this will get a rise out of them. This will get us a bunch of views, a bunch of clicks, a bunch of, advertisement money.
Maybe, but I don't think they're smart.
I don't think that they mean for this to go on for a long time. I think they mean for this to be a 6-month. This, to me, screams cash grab.
Maybe, yeah.
It does not seem like a genuine attempt of anything. Just looking at the 1 or 2 photos you've shown me, there is no way any of that is meant to last.
I don't know.
That hair dye looks like it's going to wash out next Tuesday, okay?
It's, oh my Lord. It just, like, I'll read you the lyrics in our second part, because they're kind of...
rapey,
they make me feel weird. They have this, there's their account on Twitter. I've heard about this.
Like the band account?
Their band account on Twitter. And then there's another account pretending, that is allegedly pretending to be fans of them. People talk about on Twitter a lot. I know you don't know that much about Twitter, but apparently on Stan Twitter, people will try to get like their usernames as close to the person's they're standing usernames as possible. Or
where they add like a hyphen somewhere, or like just one extra letter that you wouldn't really
X instead
notice.
Of an A. Or they'll put something really weird, Taylor's earwax or something like that.
Yep.
I know what you mean. I know that it's like conspiracy. This account, Tramp Stamps fan. Just that.
Do they have any fans?
And it's just, and they slipped once because someone asked the account, where are you guys located? And the account responded, we are located blank, blank, blank. We. And the band has gone on to try to say that, that's photoshopped.
That's not us.
Yeah.
I swear, it's
when
not
there's
us.
Responses to it still of people being like, you said we.
Oh, no.
So they're looking bad.
I mean, part of me feels bad because I feel like these girls were literally...
I don't blame the girls.
I feel like they were literally just dragged along by a bunch of old white dudes who were like, hey, we can make you rich and famous, and we can give you a bunch of adoring fans. And they were like, okay. And they went along with it, and now they're getting a ton of hate. And you know, they're just kind of like, this is not what we thought it was going to be.
I feel bad for them.
They probably thought that they were going to become, like, the next big thing, and they were going to, like, break out into some industry somewhere.
Yeah. They tried to apologize for their rapey lyrics. And
it's that bad?
They try. I'll show you the apology video if it's still up.
Oh, no.
But it's just, they just said, we're really sorry if we hurt any of you. And that was the basis of...
So metal, man.
So metal.
So metal.
So punk. Anyways, we'll take a break. And be sure to come back for some uncomfortable lyrics.
I should read them like slam poetry.
Yeah. You could. Hello and welcome back to Gay by Gay.
I'd rather die.
I'd rather die, honestly. So Abby's gonna read the verse that is bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Yeah, I see the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know how you think we're gonna fuck when you can't get it up. I'm sick of hearing it's the alcohol. And when you're finally in the mood, it lasts like 1 or 2 seconds. And then you're done and want a spoon.
Oh, God.
Yuck.
Yuck. Why don't I like this? Well, first of all.
The real question is why I read that. Like...
So seriously?
I don't think that was even slam poetry anymore. I think that was like a Christopher Walken impression. I don't know what happened to I turned into Christopher Walken for a minute there.
Oh my God.
Could always do my Owen Wilson impersonation.
No.
Wow.
Oh Lord.
Wow. Wow. It's bad.
It's bad.
Wow.
But yeah, it's the
it's the line about the alcohol.
It's the complaining about how someone who's drunk can't get it up to fuck you, for me.
I mean, that's probably a good thing, because I feel like these are the type of girls to turn around, do something drunken like this, and then go, he raped me. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's a different issue, but it's just like the, and then like the shaming, what is it? The untimely ejaculate.
Why would you say it like that?
I don't know how to say it eloquently. You shouldn't shame someone for their sexual performance. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that.
No, because I feel like that is actually something that so many people are very, very sensitive about when I think about it. Yeah. You're right.
I know. And
it's just, I don't know. There's no way. And again, you showed me a little bit of the song itself. Yeah. And the only thing I can say is that it sounds like this band, and I do put that in quotations because I don't think they're real. They are absolutely manufactured. Mm-hmm. But this band looks like they saw one Avril Lavigne video, went, well, she got famous by doing it, so let's do that too. But then they like completely missed everything that made Avril Lavigne popular to begin with, and they just hit all of the notes of something else completely. Yeah. You know, hey, look, product A is absolutely beautiful and wonderful, so let's just copy and then get rid of all of it and just make this instead. Yeah. And it's like, what did you do?
And I'd rather die than hook up with another straight white guy. Then don't.
Yeah. Just don't.
It's just it's that lyric and the fact that one of the members is married to a straight white guy for me.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. So I feel like you can sit there and say, yeah, I don't like this aesthetic and still be married to them. For example, Bob the Drag Queen has gone out there before and said she does not like white guys. Yeah. She specifically has said that she doesn't like white people in general, which, I mean, that in and of itself is maybe a little offensive, but I can, no, it's offensive. I wouldn't say that about anybody else, but that's another topic for another day. But is she married to a white guy, or is her boyfriend a white guy? I know it's one of the, I don't know if they're married or not, but I know she's in a relationship with a white guy. So you can sit there and say, oh, I don't like that, but still find somebody who you're able to accept that part of them. And that's fine. But this feels so inorganic.
Yeah, it feels so weird coming out of the mouths of these, they feel like industry dolls.
You know what it is? You know how you can grow a field of sunflowers? Yeah. This feels like a bunch of sunflowers that were grown in a pot under like a UV lamp somewhere.
Yeah.
And we're told you're special.
It's made in a scientific lab.
Yeah, like it doesn't. And even then, you had told me that they did a TikTok video that they have since taken down, where it was one of those videos where it was like, put a finger down if you know this song or that song. They knew I Write Sins and Not Tragedies, which you said was the first one. You can't remember the second one.
Yeah.
What was the third one?
Bring Me to Life.
By Evanescence.
Yep.
They didn't know it.
Yeah. They didn't know it.
I'm going to put this very bluntly. How do you not know who Amy Lee is? How have you not heard that song?
Yeah.
That song is a fucking meme.
Song. Yeah.
I mean, even if you're not punk, you're going to know that song. I have no idea how you can sit there and be like, I've never heard this song before. That's like sitting there and being like, oh, I'm a hardcore rocker. Metallica, what's that? Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, literally.
Put a brick in the wall? Where?
Oh my god.
Like, I don't understand how you can say, oh, we're completely part of this community, but we know nothing about this community.
Yeah.
And again, even selecting, saying, oh, they know, you know, Brandon from Panic at the Disco. Oh, I Write Sins, but Not Tragedies. Again, that just shows, and they're like, Amy Lee who?
Yeah.
It just shows that they're so interested in, like, the very modern version where they're like, hey, we could become like that. We could become famous like that.
They want to be Riot Girls. But
and then you look over there and it's like, who's that? The pioneer of the industry? Don't know her. Never seen her.
It's just so gross and yucky, and it makes me feel weird on the inside.
I think the thing that makes me really sad is that a lot of punk music and rock music gets quite a bad reputation.
Yeah.
Even metal gets a bad reputation. Yeah. All of these industries have kind of been shat on by everybody else, especially by the pop and rap industry. And it kind of does make me a little frustrated that now all of a sudden we have what I would say these are basically e-girls in some ways. They're trying to like
e-girls.
They're trying to get into the industry and now they're trying to do it by invading other people's music.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, if you're not going to be genuine, this community already gets shat on enough. If you're not genuine, can you just get the fuck out and leave us alone, please?
Exactly.
Stop being so fame thirsty that you're willing to trample on everybody else that you were busy shitting on probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
There was another controversy about how they are signed under Dr. Luke's label, and Dr. Luke...
I don't know why I thought you were going to say Dr. Phil.
No.
Like, oh, Bad Baby?
No.
And I was like, he has a music label now. I'm sure he does. He's creating all of them famous young rappers.
And Dr. Luke is a known sex offender. You know the whole Kesha situation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's him?
Yes. Oh. They're signed under him. He gets a cut of all their stuff.
I can tell you right now, if it happened to Kesha, there is nothing saying that it's not happening to them.
Yeah, especially with those those lyrics too. I wonder where that's coming from.
And even then, Kesha had a little bit more of that punk to her. Like, yes, she was absolutely pop, but you could tell she had a little bit more of that grunge to her. Yeah. So I definitely feel like this is maybe an aesthetic for the label, and I don't know that I'm a fan of it.
They're just so fake. And I mean, like, I get they're trying to defend themselves, but...
And I mean, you're not going to sit there and just let people take pot shots at you. I get trying to defend yourself, but that being said, when you were obviously this fake... But again, I don't think they care about that. I think they care about the paycheck at the end of the day, and I'll be honest, with all the controversy and everything, like, people are paying attention to them. They're getting their money.
I was reading one of their Instagram posts earlier, and I think they called some people ageist because they told them they were middle-aged women, and they are.
Is that even a thing, being ageist?
I mean, I feel like mean to old people or like mean to people because they're young and stuff, but they're just...
Sure, but
they are middle-aged.
I was going to say they're like the most popular demographic of middle-aged, white, pretty women.
I just...
Like, shut up. You're not oppressed. Shut up. It's like everyone's looking for an oppression card nowadays. And I'm just kind of like, can you not?
Here, wait, let me look up their real ages.
Everyone else is being oppressed? Well, look at me, like a fairly straight white woman. Don't oppress me because of my age. And I'm like, bitch, you have no problems. If age is your problem, get out of here. There are a million worse things to actually advocate for. Shut up.
They're just so fake.
I mean, I would just like to point this out. I took one look at one of them, saw the colored hair and everything else. Not only did I relate them to the Powerpuff Girls, but I showed Aaliyah a picture of something I remember from my childhood. Does anybody out there remember the Hex Girls? Scooby-Doo? I would just like to point out that I pulled up a picture of the Hex Girls, held it up next to their Instagram picture, and it looks eerily similar. And I'm kind of like, did an old white director like sit there with his kid, and his kid was like watching an old Scooby-Doo movie and was like, that is what we need. We need our own band just like that. Because that's exactly what and even thinking back to like the Hex Girls music, like obviously they weren't a real band, but they did a couple of songs for the show or like the movie. They sound weirdly similar. I'll play one for you after, but it feels very similar. It feels exactly like somebody just watched a Scooby-Doo movie and was like, we need to bring that to real life.
I heard someone say about it once that they are like old people trying to write dialogue for high schoolers.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Especially, my favorite is when you're watching a horror movie and you can tell that, like, the main or, like, lead actors or whatever are definitely well over teenage years. They're, like, 25 years old or something, and you're like, what are you doing in this movie?
Do you remember Glee?
Oh, yes.
And no one looked like teenagers on
No one looked like teenagers, and you're like, what is happening? What is happening?
But yeah, let us know what you think about Tramp Stamps.
I mean, I'd never heard of them before now, but now I might have to go and listen to their music just to laugh. But once again, I feel bad because I feel like that's just feeding the problem because, again, that's getting them revenue and everything else. And I don't want to feed a problem. Maybe I'll just go listen to the Hex Girls instead. Yeah, seems like the same thing.
The Hex Girls.
I'm just going to go listen to a fake band instead. Seems more genuine. All right, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening.
And we'll see you later, guys. We love you.
Stop forcing your love on the listeners.
I'm not forcing it. My love is just in the air around them, and if they choose to breathe it in,
that's
what
stinks?
Their choice. My love does not stink. It smells
it does smell. You're right. It does smell.
I don't know what it smells like.
Well, right now, all I can smell is the smoke coming as the like cogs in your brain are desperately trying to turn.
It smells like it smells like melted gummy candy, because that's what my brain goes.
Yep, that's an accurate description. Yep. All right, that's it. Bye, guys.
See you later.
Are you okay?
Nope. Take it gay by gay, guys.
Bye.